Okay, so I should be audible by now. Hello. Uh, okay, I should audible. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we are again going to solve assignment questions in C programming language. I will begin with okay. I should begin with today is Friday, January 2. I solved one of the question. Solved today's lead code daily question, and currently this is currently this video is dedicated to solving my assignment questions. Today is January 2 Friday. It's currently 1:45 a.m. Midnight, after midnight. So we're going to begin now. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. Okay. Let's see, anything confidential isn't open. Okay. Nothing is. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our screen and we're going to do this question. Photos. Can I? Okay, I can open it with footnotes. Just one. What did I just do now? Let's just add one more page, and rather than doing like this, I can just take this, copy it, go to my notes, and paste the video, increase its size, move it here. Okay, okay, this should do. Okay, this should do. Okay, okay, write a program to print a hourglass. Damaru. Okay, well, let's also open our VS Code. Okay, what question is this? It's question number 4. So we're going to give our name. Okay, so this is our DS in Java. So how can we toggle terminal, open chat, show all commands? I'm trying to open it in another file, one folder. Right? Yes, Java. Yes, VS Code, select folder. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay. So, oh sorry, I don't want to open the one with Java. There's easier method. I can just open it twice. Opens me open. Okay, I created it twice. Okay. DSNC. I'm going to create another file. We're going to save this file. We're going to name this. What should I say? Okay. So this is assignment 1. We're going to create another file. The name of this file is going to be q4.c. Okay, so this is the fourth question, and let's open this and R. Okay. So I've opened this with good notes. So to open in good note would be enough. I can just close all other tabs. Okay. 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 This is correct. This is correct. This is close this. Okay. So what the question is asking us, you are writing a program to print the horizontal hourglass 0 to 1 pattern by the height h. Now modify program to write a okay. Write a program to print the hourglass by 0 1 pattern of height h. Okay, that's given. Now modify program to print it horizontally when h, where h represents the number of rows in the hourglass. For h the output will be this. Okay. So first we'll try to print it vertically, then we are going to deliver it. H represents the number of rows in the hourglass. For h is equals to 5, the output will be. For h is equals to 5, what should my output will be? My output should look like this. Okay. This is also pretty easy stuff. How? Oh, it's also pretty easy. So what we're trying to do is trying to include, just include h stereo.h uh, and main. I'm pretty much sure that I can also copy this from here and paste it. I'm pretty sure that I can copy my answer and paste it in my solution. How do we do that? We go and yes, we go in gallery. We go and for answer. We don't click it up. We control press C. It's file. Remove it. Go back. My laptop is bursting heat. And okay, so control plus Z. I had already installed an extension to look the images. Okay, currently it's not working. Okay, no issue. Print main. Print main. Okay. No. Return 0. It's hard for me to switch languages between during the day I'm working on Java, during the night I'm solving these assignments in C. It's hard for me. The first language that I was ever introduced to was C, and that's why it's my weakest language because I didn't used to study back then. Okay, so we are what we're trying to do is creating two for loops. What I'm going to do is create another function. It's going to HOR uh, int. Yeah, I remember that it doesn't return the array. Okay, so rather than this, okay, we will create it to print int h or HOURGL class h should be small or should capital vertical R class and it has parameter int n. Okay, so what's it's going to do next is we have int vertical r class n. Okay, we have 0. Okay, h. Okay, okay, so let's move forward. What, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. So the loop has to run n minus 1 time. So we can do two things. We can create two loops. One is going to run uh, what, n minus 1, 2, 3, 4, n minus. Okay, so we're going to create two while loops. So two for loops. Right. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than. Yeah, okay, so this for. Okay, for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. So it's going to run n times. And inside this, we are going to create another loop, but I didn't want it to run. I want 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is okay. This one is going to run n times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much time do I want to run it? For this, what its value is, it has to run uh, 1 times 1, 3, 5. So each time it's getting incremented by 2. Or we can say that 1 0 is adding every time, 2 dates are being added every time. So what starting range it should be? 2 minus 1, 4 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 8 1. So it's every time it's getting double. Print as equals to 0. For, sorry, int j is equals to, now it has to be randomly changing. Int j is equals to 0, how many times? So this we want to run it vertically and horizontally. So how many times we want vertically, vertically, horizontally? Okay. So let's see that what we're going to do. We want to create two for loops, two for loops, and all outer is responsible to nested for loops. The one and okay. Oops. Okay, right. Till here. After it, respond responsible for, what is it responsible for? Responsible for height. Height. Responsible for height. It's responsible for height. And the other one I'm creating, it's responsible for length. Front eyes was to 0. 0. Front eyes was to, let's just say what is should be the beginning value of j. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. So this is, if this is 1 0, this is 1 0, this is 1 0, this is 1 0. The thing that should change is that uh, after every time we are going to skip one digit, and we are going to repeat the same. For this time, what we're going to do is reduce two digits, because every time we want to move to zero. Is say changing every time. Actually, cancel. So it stay changing every time. Why? And this is equals to zero. J is less than n. J plus plus. What is this going to do? What our main objective is to iterate through this loop. So what we're trying to do is go through this. Okay, zero, zero, one, zero, one, zero, one, zero, one, zero, one. So what my primary objective should be, the first one of my loop is responsible for this. What is it? What is this? One of my loop which is outer is responsible for this height. My inner loop should be responsible for this 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So what I'm trying to do is that in I is equals to 0, I plus j, j plus j is not less than n. What is j less than? J is less than, if I am currently standing on 0, and this is my 0, then number of elements should be mm, no, this is the time during which we should think out our answer loud. So how we are going to do is this. How we are going to do this? How we are going to do this? How we are going to do this? The question is how we are going to do this. It's been 15 minutes still. Oh, it started. Okay, okay. Since it's night, I'm also feeling dizzy here. But let's try our best. Is the okay? It's working. Just give me 1 minute. I'll get back. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go. What is our primary objective? Our primary objective print something like this. We can print it in two ways. Our first way could be that we are printing the first till here, all right, or and for, our other loop would print the portion till here, all right. Or what can be the other thing? We can either print uh, till here. It's going to print and creating two nested for loops. Now we are going to talk about each of the nested for loops. So for this for loop, what is this? Number of digits here are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Number of digits are 9. Right. These are alternating zeros and one. And every time the outermost element is always zero. So these are alternating zeros and one. And every time the outermost element is always zero. So what we're trying to do is implement something like this, that every time start with zero, I end up with 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. All right. So how can we do something like this? All right. So we can do this. Okay, let's remove this comment. This doesn't make any sense. We will create two nested for loops inside each other. Okay. So for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, which is showing. Let's just say that I want to print it till uh, रातों में बातें तेरी, रातें सौगातें तेरी, मेरा न मुझ में कुछ रहा हुआ क्या, मैं कहीं भी जाता हूँ तुमसे ही. For let's just say that it's here and I'm beginning from my let's revive the loop. I'm beginning from end is equals to 0. My I has to be greater than what? Okay, from and 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm not going to use any kind of array, so there is no need to take index n minus 1. I can take n. This is n minus. This is, and this is n minus 1. This is n minus 2. This is n minus 3. I'm only printing it till here. So what is n minus 3 result? It's 2. Okay. So for how many times the loop has to run? 4. So for n is equals to be greater than, if I put I has to be greater than 1, then it won't run for 1. I have to be greater than 0. But I don't want, so this is not, I don't want it. I want greater than 0. If I is greater than 0, then it will also run for 1, but it won't run for, well, you know what? It won't run for I is greater than 0, I plus plus, and I is equals to n. So if when my I is equals to n and my I is greater than 0 and my I is getting increment every time, remember that my I is equals to 0, I is equals to n, I is greater than 0, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to run all 5 times, but I don't want it to. So in this case, I will say it has to be greater than 1. So it doesn't run it for 1, it run it for 2. Alright. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright. Correct. I plus plus. Now what I'm trying to do is answer this. What is my first statement? Inside this for loop, I'm going to get another for. What am I doing here? For int j is equals to 0, j is less than, how much j is less than? Every time these are what? These are, we have to create a formula for this. So if you can see, every time my I changes, what is my I right now? My I is n. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 elements. And for my, when what is my n is equals to 5, there are 9. So n plus 4 elements. For this, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what, when my n is equals to what? Equals to 4. So n plus 3 elements. नहीं जाने क्यों नहीं है Let's see that if there were no 0 and 1, would we have been able to print it or not? Suppose that all of the classes are, all of the numbers are 1, 1, 1. So how many times you have to run? How many times you want to run this? Uh, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. How many times you want to run this? You want to run this if there are number of elements in this n. Okay, so this will always be n. But what if we? Yeah, okay. Let's just start thinking about this one for now. What if I want to print this? So when I want to print it, I want to print something one time. For j is equals to 0. Hmm. What about j is equals to 0? I remember that I have done so many of this question in my first year. Actually, not. It was not my first year. It was after my first year when I was not even. But I did a few pattern questions, and I remember that I was able to do any kind of pattern initially. So I just need to remember what was I doing. Okay, this is I think I'll go 0. J is equals to 0. J is less than. It's not going to bend. What it is? This is 1, 3. Okay. Okay, so let's just not implement this. Implement the one which is below another loop. But this portion I will implement this. I will try to implement this. Okay, so okay, the portion. How we're going to do this? We want to I can look at my answer. It is I can look up my answer, but the thing is that I don't. I am trying to solve this question on my own. I'm trying to wake up my sleeping. I'm trying to wake up my self because I think I might have been uh, my skills have been reduced since uh, I started studying object oriented programming because during object oriented programming we were not taught any kind of coding or any kind of programming. All we were taught was uh, how to implement object oriented systems, and for that reason these kinds of questions are I've done. I don't have any kind of connection for more than 1 year. So let's just see for below portion. for int I is equals to 0. So what I'm trying to do is from 5 for int I is equals to 0. Or should I say, okay, I is equals to 0. I is less than n, I plus plus. What is n? And okay. For int j is equals to 0. J is equals to for j is equals to 0. J is greater than I plus 2. Say it's I plus 2. Why? Because we are first, when do it, what is our first element? Uh, what is my I? When my I was to 0, the first element is 0. When my I was to 1, I'm going to try to run this element, and how many times I do want to run this loop. But I don't want to run it 3 times. Why don't I want to run it 3 times? Why? Because I have there are 0 1 0 1 in this loop, and I don't want it to terminate with 0 1 0 1. And there are even spaces. How many times do I want it to run? So there is one loop that is responsible for printing spaces. Okay, so how many times do I want to print spaces? What is this? Z 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. The fifth one. Fifth one. Wrong, correct. What is this here class representation? Oh, it is not making any sense. The elements are not even below of each other. Like 0 is below 1, 1 is below 1. It moved forward. The another 0 moved forward. But in this case, okay, this might be a printing mistake or some kind of. Okay, so what are trying to print? 0 1 0 1. Okay, 0 0 1 0 for int I goes to 0. I is less than I plus plus for int I goes to 0. Okay, so j is goes to 0, j is less than I plus 2 is the correct incorrect implementation, because for this reason we want j to be 0 and we don't want loop to run that many times. Or we can do things like that. And for this, if I state it like this, what is it? It's today's. The things I should do is I should study a bit of C. Uh, let's see that if we can implement this in Java or not. Let's see. Hey, wait a second. Uh, import class. There's not a class. glass glass is solution like void main string I string arguments because I don't think so. The logic is a problem. Then the static void. Okay, that's a static. Okay. Previously, I didn't even give it a type. I give it the type void. Okay, still a solution. Static void. Its name is going to be class. Let we'll try to print it. It's going to be integer n. Alright, and we're going to print two parts. Up part, or we can even do it in 3, 0, down, down part. For some reason, my mind is able to run it. Let's first write it in Java, then we are going to write it in C. If this doesn't work either, we're going to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and try to study recursion and solve. What I'm thinking is studying C for 1 hour or so, so it might help me a little bit. Alright, okay. So we're going to implement the up part. Down part. So was thinking about implementing the down part. So how am I going to do it? For int I is equals to 0, I is less than what is I is less than n, I plus plus, or I is less than n minus 1. Why n minus 1, you ask me? Because there are going to be n and we are implementing the down part. Okay, so I is less than n minus 1. What we're going to do right now is what we're going to do right now is going to solve this question. How we're going to solve this question? We have implemented our for loop. The next thing we're going to do right now is iterate. Sorry, create another for loop inside of this for loop for int j goes to 0, j is less than, what's j less than? Current early j is less than I plus 2, I, for this case it's I plus 3. After every time it's one j increases by 1 and it increases by 2 na. Yeah, it increases by 2. So that being said, or printing. So for 0 and 1, I'm might thinking about, I have a solution for 0 and 1. What I'm thinking about was for j, how is this j changes for I is equals to, so here I is equals to 0. What is this here? I is equals to 0. So what does j has to become? How much many times is j has to run? 3 times. And when I becomes what? 1. How many times J has to run? 5 times. Alright. So when I increased I, it becomes 2 has to run 7 times. What is this? These are increase. What is this? These are fast pointed, slow pointed type. It's increasing by one number every time. It's increasing by two number every time. So when what happens is if when I increases, then the j has to increase by twice. What does mean? When 0 plus, what should I do? 0 plus, if I add 1 in each of them, is 1. Or if I say that, let's just say that I keep my 1 and 2 and 3. So it's, what is this? I plus 2. What is this? Plus 3. What is this? Plus 4. So what are these? These are my I. I thinking about these are my I, and these are my J. What we are, how we are incrementing I and J's. So one times, or how many times has to run? 3 times. Okay. If I has to run 3 times, what should the value of J be? JV I plus 2, and if I do I, sorry, J plus plus, is it going to work? It's not going to work. And if I J equals to J plus 2, is it going to work? So let's see, is it going to work or not? J equals to J plus 2. Who wrote this here? I plus 1. Now this seems correct. Why? Because for J is equals to 0, how J has to run what? How many times? Or no, this is incorrect. Yeah, what is this? Control plus Z, control plus Z, 2 and J is equals to J plus 1. Is it correct? J is equals to 0. J has to be less than I plus 2. What is I? 0. So J has to be less than 2. What is less than 2? It's 1, 0, and 1. So it's going to run only 2 times. J 0 and 1. But what do I want? I want to run it 3 times. So what is this? What am I even doing here? This is n minus 2. How to get this value out of JR? It's making a headache. If J is equals to 0, how I don't have a paper and pen here. The real thing is this good note is not giving me good vibes. Wait a second. Let's clear things up. Alright, let's clear things up. So what we have are we have two things. We have an I, so control plus Z. Control plus I, control plus I, control plus I, control plus I, control plus I. Okay, there it is. Control plus Z, control plus I, control plus I. Oh wow. I should just open. Okay, okay. I should also open gallery. Photos. Okay. So we're going to what is we're going to doing is that we have 5 and we have okay 0 and 2. Okay. So how we're going to do is this and this. So what we are first having is empty space. How much empty space we are having? Every time it's going to get reduced. This 0 1, 0 1 2 3, this 0 1 2 3 4. For int I is equals to 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus 4, j is equals to 0, j is less than how much? I want to run j 3 times. How can I run j 3 times? Should I say what is j is equals to I plus 2? Sorry, yaar. I plus 2. I plus 2, j plus 1. Is it going to work? Let's see. For j is equals to 0. How many times I is equals to 0? So it's 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next time 0 for when 0, when 1, and when okay, not for 2, so 0 and 1 only 2 times. So should I write 3? Is it 2i plus 1? Because what is this? I 2 I what is I 2 plus 1? I was not 1. 2i plus 1, 2, 4. It's 2i plus 1. If it start from I, if I start from I is equals to 1 to I is equals to n, I plus plus it every time. I can do this too, and j is equals to 0. Why j even is equals to 0? Why do that much also if we are forgetting about arrays, then we j is equals to 0. Well, this is a bad practice. I'm not trying to do it like this. I will not. I'm not going to do it like this. J is equals to 0. J is less than 3, 5, 7. Okay, so this is 0. 2 times 2 times I plus 1. What is I plus 1? It's 1, 1, 1 times 2. And after all this, it's going to be plus 1, if I'm correct. So when it goes for I equals to 1, I equals to 2. So if I, this becomes 1, and I 1 plus 1 2, and 2 to the 4, and 4 plus, all right, for 7, 7, so 2, 2 sorry, 2 into what does this becomes? So 3, 3, 3 plus 6 plus 1 7. Okay, so this becomes 7. Let and J is iterating every time. Okay, 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 I've done this much. What we're going to do is now increment J every time. So I'm going to do this. Sorry. Now, what I want to do is print blank spaces. How many blank spaces do I want to print? What is the size of n? Correct. This 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 0, 1. So there are 0. There are 4 elements. So there are n minus 1 elements. So how many spaces should be? For this case there should be n minus 1. But for this case, what should be the number of spaces? Okay, so every time I'm there going to be one loop which is for spaces. For int is less than is equals to 0, as less than, what is this, n by 2 minus 1 is equals to 5. There would have been one more element. What is this? 2 minus 2. 5 n by 7, 7 by 2 is what, 3. 4 spaces. So, what is the number of isos? N minus 2. I plus plus. Yeah, print len. Sorry, printf. Oh, yeah. Wait a second. I'm writing it down in not Java. I'm writing it down in C. Why you ask me this? Because it's my mercy. Okay, so this is the below portion, na? Right, I was 0. below portion above, I will also print above portion. But let's just say that this is below portion, this is where I is also 0 is also to f. How many printf? Now I forgot how to add spaces, so I'm just going to pretend. I think so. It was pretty much like this only. This is my one for loop and minus 2. What is for what is this case? In this case, it's n minus 2. So for in 7, 7 n minus 2. What is n minus 2 here? Like, wait a second. It's going to be n minus 2 because I want this blank space, this blank space, this blank space, and this blank space for 7. 1, 2. So 6 now. Why am I saying 7? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 blank spaces. So n minus 2. Okay, n minus 2. N minus 2 times it's minus 2 times I plus plus मैं चाहूँ तुझको मेरी जान पे बना फिजा तुझ पे मेरी जान पे बना. And what I want to do is reduce this range by one by one. Say plus plus. And what this does is just prints its value, and minus I, because every time it's going to it after running through this loop. Every time space is going to get reduced by 1. Okay, okay. It has to run this times. Now listen to me. F. What? F. Was J? F. J percentage 2 equals to 0. Means I'm saying if J is print printf printf 1. Oh, sorry.